Welcome, everyone, to Real Talk with My Homies. I'm your host, Jake Wardrop, licensed real estate agent with Homepage Realty, and today I'm joined by a former client of mine, Ryan Ritchey. Ryan, how we doing today?
I'm great. How are you?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Ryan is a former, like I said, former client. We helped him sell a house, helped him buy a house. That's not why we have him on. But he is a former broadcaster, former play-by-play guy for sports, baseball enthusiast. He's also going through real estate school right now. So we wanted to kind of get somebody in here who hasn't officially learned to hate the job yet. He's still excited about the idea of doing it. No, I'm just kidding. Real estate's awesome, and it has given me more than I could ever imagine. So if you're watching this, you're like, this looks a little weird. That's because we moved again. We've got a new home. We are currently in Norton Commons, which it's actually kind of ironic because this is where my real estate career started back in 2018. I took a job in the development office working for the HOA in this community. So it's kind of cool that we've gone 7 years later, we've gone full circle. This all happened very fast for me. We were approached, I guess, about a month ago from Louisville Podcast Studio, and they reached out, wanted to talk about a partnership, producing our stuff. Timelines just weren't really matching, so we met earlier this week, inked a deal literally a couple days later, and then a couple days after that, here we are, sitting right here. So very excited about what they're going to do for us. They're going to help us with turnaround time. They're going to help us with distribution, optimize some stuff, just give us a bigger reach, give us more of a platform that we can talk from, and hopefully with this really cool space, we'll be able to bring on some really cool and interesting guests to have stories with. But yeah, it's official. We sold out. We went corporate. Just like the Rock.
Happens.
Just like the Rock in '98. We went corporate. So, but no. One last big change is we still have a few other episodes from the old studio that we have to release. But all the new stuff that you see in here, it's all going to be an hour long. So that's a big improvement. No, I don't want to say improvement because I like the 30-minute episodes. It's short and sweet. People can listen to it on their way to work. But an hour is really just going to give us more time to kind of dig into the details and talk more about stuff. So really excited to work with Cameron and his team, and really excited to work with Louisville Podcast Studio. So with that being said, let's get our first ad read out of the way and let's get rolling, Ryan. All right?
Sounds good.
All right. New sponsor alert. So Cameron, hit the bell, hit the button, whatever the thing is. Scott Taylor isn't just your State Farm agent. He's your neighbor, your supporter, and your go-to for insurance with a local heartbeat. Protect what matters with someone who knows what matters to you. Scott Taylor at State Farm, where local really means something. Good neighbors make great agents. Call Scott Taylor at State Farm, serving your hometown with more than just coverage. To contact Scott and get a free quote, call him direct at 502-449-4300. Like a good neighbor, Scott Taylor is there. All right. It has been 56 days since I've sat in this chair with a guest. Not literally this chair, but
A chair,
and had a microphone in front of me. A lot has happened in those 56 days. So, Ryan, let's play a little catch up.
Sounds good.
All right. But let me add, because of the miracles of podcasting, nobody knows it's been 56 days. So, worth at least mentioning. Everybody thinks I'm still working. I'm not. I've been slammed with real estate. Have had some really great opportunities come my way with a builder, Jetta Construction. That has taken up the vast majority of my time, which I'm eternally grateful for that opportunity. Incredible builder, incredible guy, and just really has an eye for something unique. Just really has an eye for producing a quality home. He's just an honest guy. You just don't see that in the builder world sometimes. There are some people that definitely try to squeeze agents out from time to time. I'm not naming names, but those people do exist. He is not one of those. He is very open, wants to work with agents, understands that we're kind of the conduit for buyers to get there. So very happy, very excited. We've got some really cool things that we get to do and we're going to be doing in the near future. So stay tuned to that. Saw Creed at Rupp Arena. That was fun. Are we a Creed guy?
Not really.
No?
I'm a Rupp Arena guy.
Rupp Arena's a great place to go. But Creed was awesome. It was kind of nostalgia. 3 Doors Down was supposed to be there. The front man had stage 4 cancer though, so he unfortunately was not. 3 Doors Down's awesome as well. But I was excited for Creed. Good little throwback to my youth. Tried to order DoorDash after the concert. That was an event.
Did not go well?
Did not go well. Creed was over at like 11, maybe 11:30. We got back to the hotel. We stayed the night because we just didn't feel like driving back.
Sure.
So we stayed over at Paris Hilton's dad's house across the street. And it was 45 minutes to get Sonic. That was a long time.
Underwhelming.
This thing was like $60 with how much food we got, and then the delivery fees.
The fees and
then you got a tip, and it's late, so delivery fees are spiked. And that was an adventure. We tried to go to some little like hole in the wall restaurant that the concierge told us about, and no,
closed.
No, it was open.
Oh.
Just wasn't our crowd.
Okay.
Let's just put it that way.
Fair enough.
It was more of a, I'm 37.
Yeah.
I should not be hanging out with a bunch of young 20-year-olds in a vape shop.
Yeah.
Even if there is a restaurant on the side of it, the food was probably amazing, but it was definitely not our scene. So we peeled out.
Been there.
We peeled out. First commercial listing went live. That was something cool.
And sold pretty quickly.
Yeah, we got it under contract in a couple days. Commercial deals last a lot longer on the due diligence timelines and the closing timelines. So we'll close it out middle of September. But that was a shout out to Ryan Davis for encouraging me to do it on my own instead of trying to partner with somebody. You know, we looked at the details of it and established that there's people there that can support me if I need it. But this is not some super complicated, crazy deal outside of like a residential transaction. So shout out Ryan if you're listening. Appreciate you. We went to Vegas for a week. That was fun. It was hot.
Guarantee it.
We went in July, so it was 117 one day.
Yeah.
And I've always been one of those people that has laughed when people say dry heat. Like it's different. It's weird. It's different. I can confirm now with firsthand account. We were at the pool for maybe 4 or 5 hours, and I don't think I broke a sweat for the first 2.
Won't.
It was weird. I was just hot. My skin was warm, but I wasn't sweating. It just didn't make any sense.
It's definitely strange.
It is, but it was a blast. Got our teeth kicked in all week gambling. That was gambling, not literally. But that was all until the last day. Last day we went on a heater, and it was that last day miracle, that last day luck.
Come home even.
Came home couple hundred up, which was nice. We went there with we'd saved up for a while, so we were ready to walk away with nothing if we had to, but walked away a couple $100 up. Never a bad day.
Never
a bad week in Vegas.
No.
What else? Went to Panama. Went to the beach. I think you went to the beach recently too, didn't you?
I did.
I see
I
that?
went to South Padre Island. Yeah.
Okay, how was that?
It was awesome.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about that.
Okay, yeah.
Because it ended the...
Oh, all right, yeah. We don't want to get... let's not get to it. Good call. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. But Panama was great. Took the kids. Felt a little guilty. Me and the wife went to Vegas without them, and they were just sitting at home. And it rained like the whole week we were there in Vegas. At home, it was fine in Vegas, but it rained
at home.
Rained in Louisville or back where we live, Mount Washington. So,
do they like the beach?
Oh, they love the beach. My daughter's obsessed with it. My son is scared of the water. He's 3.
Yeah.
He loves the bath though, which is weird. Like he'll spend...
I think it's the waves.
45 minutes in the bath, and it's like the water's ice cold now, but he's still rocking and rolling. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the beach was different. It was, I think you're right. The waves.
Yeah. Like my 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Loves the pool. Loves it.
Yep.
Got to the beach, got down there, get near the water. It's over. Running away.
Yep, that's what he did.
Yeah.
He did learn that he likes falling in sand, so he did that a bunch.
Yeah. The softness of it.
Yeah.
I think, the waves really set her off. It was like, I'm good. I want to go back to the pool.
Yep. He dug a bunch of holes. He had fun doing that. It was like a normal.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm talking about a 3-year-old or a dog, but at this point, Just dug a bunch of holes.
Didn't put anything back in them.
No. I had to go back in and kick all the sand in. So I'm like, somebody's going to roll their ankle. I'm going to feel guilty.
Somebody's running, like my wife, running the next morning.
Oh, God. Yeah, we used to run in college on the beach. We would go to Florida once a year, and then one year we went to Maine for the Small College World Series.
Okay.
And we stayed in, it was at Old Orchard Park in Maine, but I can't remember the coastline, like the beach or whatever that we were at. But we got off the bus and had to go just to kind of get the juices flowing again. We had to do a nice little 20-minute run on the beach, and that was cool. That was the first time this was, again, back in, mid-2000s, but this was the first time I'd ever actually ran on the beach. That was cool. That was fun. Happy Gilmore 2 came out. The polarizing Happy Gilmore 2. And this right here, Happy Gilmore 2, is a part of the reason why we made the switch to Louisville Podcast Studio. We could talk about current events now. We can talk about things that are happening, and we don't have the long delay. So, again, super thankful for everything that George, Carrie, Ryan, Jeff, Randy, everybody did at homepage for the podcast, and kind of took this little pipe dream I had and turned it into something special. But yeah, the turnaround time was a little longer than current events would allow us to handle. So we kind of had to do some speculation from time to time, and that sometimes backfired. But yeah, Happy Gilmore 2 came out. Have we seen it yet?
I have not.
Okay.
My dad saw it, said he didn't like it, so I'm like, I'm good. I'm not going to waste my time.
It was good. All right. It checked all the nostalgia boxes. It was, if you're looking for Shawshank Redemption, you're going to be sadly disappointed. It's not the greatest movie ever made. It's not The Godfather. It's not Schindler's List. It is Happy Gilmore 2. It's made to make you laugh. Yeah. It had a bunch of callbacks. We're not going to do any spoilers, but had a bunch of callbacks from the old Happy Gilmore from '96. A lot of hat tip to the current, popular golfers in the sport right now. Bryson, Brooks, Rory, Louisville's own Justin Thomas was in it, so that was cool. Yeah. But yeah, there was a lot of, outside of that, I don't want to ruin anything for anyone that hasn't seen it, but yeah, there was some cool cameos that, and there was one, we can talk later about it. There was one cameo that if he had only had one line, I don't think I would have noticed that it was him. But the fact he talked for multiple lines, I was like, wait a minute, I know him. I had to pause it, and I was like, yeah, it is him. So later, obviously, you realize who it is. Super vague. If you know what I'm talking about, though, you know what I'm talking about. There was one guy that if you didn't know who it was, it took you a second to realize it.
Took you a little bit. Okay.
Yep. We went to Great American. Let's go baseball talk. We went to Great American Ballpark. Saw the Reds and the Dodgers. That was fun.
You always go to see the Dodgers. Of
course. Tried to go as early as we could. But it was work schedule, so we got there, I think, probably 30 minutes before first pitch.
Okay.
I'm fascinated by just the Asian culture as a whole. Mm-hmm. I don't want to say obsession, because that has a negative connotation to it, but their need, their ability to, they take photos of everything. Mm-hmm. I've always been fascinated by that. And Shohei Ohtani's with the Dodgers, so huge Yamamoto was pitching when we were there. They've got Sasaki, they got Haesung Kim, like they've got a lot of Asian descent players. So the Asian following is there, and massive. That was, I think, I'm not thinking, I'm saying this with confidence. I believe that was a calculated move by them to harness the Asian culture and the Asian dollars, jersey sales, ticket sales. But, it was every bit. Shohei'd go out to stretch in left field, and it was every bit of 20 rows deep of just Japanese fans just trying to get as many photos as possible of him. And, you've got the adult autograph seekers. We can go into that later. Yeah.
That's a whole nother story.
That's something for you could do a whole podcast on that. But it was really cool. It was a fun atmosphere. We had a blast. Teaser, Great American Ballpark. Where does it rank on the stadiums?
It's middle of the pack.
Middle of the pack. All right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing about Great American Ballpark?
The power stacks in right center.
That's pretty cool.
Up top, if you don't know,
Yes.
now you know. There's 14 bats around the power stacks for Pete Rose, 7 on each.
I didn't know that.
That was before Pete Rose was able to be like brought back into baseball.
Yeah.
When the stadium was built in 03, obviously.
Yep.
But there's 7 on each power stack for 14. That was their way of getting Pete Rose into the stadium without getting him into the stadium type deal. Not a lot of people know that.
Yep. That is a very fun fact. I had no idea. I've been to Great American Ballpark probably 15 times. Never even thought to count how many bats there are.
Yep.
Only thing I remember about those stacks is they used to blow fire every time Adam Dunn hit a home run.
Into the river.
Into the river every single time.
Yeah.
That's all I remember about those stacks. All right, but yeah, we'll get into baseball stuff more here in a minute. Played in a really cool 2v2 golf scramble with Bluegrass Land Title. That was fun. Those videos have started to pop up.
Seen those.
Shout out Kyler Collins. Played with Chris Johnson, who's a lender over at Vanguard, and Jacob Porter, who's another agent at Homepage with me. So that was fun. Went to Shane Gillis at the Yum Center. A blast. The sound was a little bad for apparently some people up top. I saw a bunch of articles about there. I thought it was just a bunch of punk kids. They were chanting at the top, "We can't hear you" during part of it. And I was like, "We're really about to do this, guys!" Like, I just thought it was a bunch of frat bros just trying to be funny.
But actually, they couldn't hear.
But apparently, they literally couldn't. I guess there was an issue with the speakers, and they ended up moving them to one of the tarped off or the curtained off sections. They just moved them all over there, and apparently it got them. It sounded like it worked fine. So, but definitely a bad thing.
You saw him right after the ESPYs, I guess.
Yeah, it was just literally just a week ago. He didn't mention anything about the ESPYs. He did a couple fresh jokes. That was cool because you kind of got to see the process and you could see where it wasn't quite polished yet. Still hilarious, but wasn't quite polished. And then he did a couple of the hits just to keep people happy. So, but it was super cool. His intro is amazing. Comes out to Dire Straits.
Okay.
And just a badass song. And it's like the most alpha male intro video ever with like fighter jets. And I think there was a video of a guy tackling a lion, like just ridiculous things.
Yeah.
So
he didn't really give off that vibe though.
No. He's definitely, but that his audience though is that vibe.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, he's kind of the doofy white guy.
Yeah, and that's the bit.
Yeah, exactly. But it works. It plays. Yeah. So, did you ever see Tires? No. You know what I'm talking about, though?
I think so.
The Netflix. He's got a Netflix show called Tires.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I watched a couple episodes of the first season, but then I kind of drifted to other stuff. Everything I've heard is apparently season 2 is amazing.
Okay.
So, fun fact: Tires season 1, Tires season 2, really great. Let's see. Oh, 2 big announcements. Got a cicada in here.
I think so.
I don't know if the cameras are picking it up. That's awesome. All right, we are launching a short-term rental management company. Me and a client / business partner going to be launching a short-term rental management company. That will be coming out very publicly. That will be coming out very soon. So if you've made it this far in the episode, you got a sneak peek of that information. All of our I's are being dotted, T's are being crossed right now, but that's a really cool endeavor that we're going to dive into. It'll be fun. Focus on the lakes, Nolan Lake, Rough River,
Makes sense.
And then Bardstown. I think we're going to expand probably to Bardstown a little bit. Jefferson County just has a lot of strict policies and a lot of rules that maybe I don't agree with when it comes to short-term rental rules and regulations. Just a lot of red tape to jump through. So, if I can't miss opportunities in Jefferson County, we'll take it. But realistically, we probably won't be doing anything here. It is what it is. And then lastly, which is, you have a little bit of connection to this, is the Spalding NIL Collective that I run. We are excited to be announcing an expansion on that. So we've been focusing on baseball. That was kind of our test subject. Rightfully so. That's what I played.
Yep.
And we're in the works of expanding that, barring anything crazy. We're in the works of expanding that to men's basketball, women's basketball, and women's soccer.
Okay.
So we're going to expand to those 4 sports. We'll still have baseball, still continue to work with them, but also expand into more sports, more access to athletes.
Okay. That's nice.
Which also means more access to businesses.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we hired a social media intern, Bailey Birdsell. She has been crushing it on social media so far, which was exactly what I needed.
Yeah.
Was somebody to take over the social media stuff. It was slacking because I only have so many hours in the day.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do.
There's only so much I can do. So she's an intern. She needed it for her graduation program.
Okay.
And then she's also a women's golfer. So that's very cool. So she understands the needs of NIL. She has been absolutely crushing it. I've gotten phone calls from people already saying what changed. I'm like, well, the person doing it changed. Yeah. She's great at it.
Yeah, she's got time.
Absolutely. So she is crushing it. Shout out Bailey if you're listening to this.
Adam Boyer didn't want in on this? Men's soccer?
No. I mean, I don't think he can. He
can't be a part of it.
No, but no, we'll expand to the other sports as well. I only have so much time.
I know.
I like Adam. I've helped a couple of his coaches find apartments, find places to live. So still a friend of the program at Spalding. Love Adam. Help Adam whenever he needs it. He's probably tired of talking to Brian about compliance stuff with me, but because I've kind of opened Pandora's box for them,
of course.
But no, we support all the programs. We need some time to grow and expand and
see if it works with other sports.
Exactly. Let's expand to the other sports, see what we can do. Hopefully next year we can expand to more because there's a lot of sports there now.
Oh, they got a lot going,
and they all rightfully deserve an opportunity to have something like this. We just got to get there.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get to the reason why you're here. Baseball. Do you get let me ask you this. Do you get a medal or something for going to all of them? Is there like a governing body that checks the box and then they send you a placard or something and congratulations, you've officially checked off the box?
There's a Facebook group, which this is how it all kind of started.
Okay.
It was a Facebook group my dad found when we first started this way back. And they have a coin that you can get that shows that you've completed all 30 ballparks. It's $89.95. Fine, whatever. I've already paid thousands and thousands of dollars
to see all these stadiums. What's another
$90 for a coin that shows that I've completed them?
Yeah. So hold on, can I just buy the coin and say that I did it?
Yeah, you can.
So stolen valor?
Yeah.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, my wife got me a big map.
That's cool.
Shows a U.S. map and has all the stadiums, and you put little baseballs in them as you complete them. It's completed. So that was really cool. We got that at the house, and it was just something that, me and my dad did. Way back.
When did you start? What year did you guys start?
Well, I guess it originally started without knowing it started.
Okay, that was a follow-up question I had to that was how many stadiums in were you like, let's go and let's just hit them all? What do you say?
I was about 6 in.
6 in, and you're like, you know what?
Let's start hitting them in bunches.
What year was this?
This was probably 2015. I was probably a junior in college.
Okay, so 10 years. That's not bad. I mean, you got a wife and kids, so a job. You've got other things that could prevent you from being able to go, just knock a mile out, boom, boom, boom.
Since 2019, I did 20.
Okay, so you kind of had a new not drive, but
had more money.
That's true. Yeah, more money, more logistically, you could figure it out.
Could get it done.
Yeah. What was the how many? This is just out of curiosity. This wasn't even on my list. What was the most amount of stadiums you visited in one trip?
7. I did 7 in 9 days.
Holy shoot! Which 7?
So we started. Obviously, flew out of here to Denver. Saw Coors Field.
Yep.
Then went to Phoenix. Saw Chase Field for the Diamondbacks. Flew from Phoenix to L.A. Saw both Dodger Stadium, Angel Stadium.
Yep.
Flew to San Francisco. Saw San Francisco and Oakland. Mm-hmm. And then flew to Seattle and saw Seattle. And then flew home.
That's crazy. Was that the nail in the coffin?
No, that got me halfway.
Oh, that got you to the halfway mark?
Got me to the halfway point.
That's wild.
I had to go back to San Diego the next year.
Yeah.
They were on a 10-game road trip where it just wasn't possible. So I had to go back. We took our oldest daughter with us back to San Diego for a week.
Yeah.
And so we saw the zoo and did all that stuff, and then also saw a game at Petco Park.
How is the zoo in San Diego? Is it one of those like
it's top tier?
So
we're going back.
Not a big zoo guy.
I mean, I'm not, but this place is incredible. Like the Louisville Zoo, good. This place is incredible. It's a 6-hour adventure.
Oh my gosh.
They've got a rainforest in the middle of it, like an actual rainforest set up. They've got sky lifts that can take you from one side to the other. It's that big.
This is just Disney World, basically.
It's just Disney World.
It's just Disney World with animals.
With animals.
Animal
everywhere.
Kingdom.
And all of their safari animals are completely separate. They have a safari 20 miles inland, which is another 4-hour adventure with just their desert animals. Like your giraffes, your rhinos, all of that is completely separated from the actual zoo. They have them out in the open.
What's the coolest animal there? Something unique. I mean, like lions are awesome.
Yeah, I mean
anything like you're like, oh man, that's a little interesting.
Don't really nothing. Yeah, they had like the main ones. Like it was just like cool. Like I would say exhibits.
Yeah.
I mean, they just had things different from everywhere I've ever been. Like we've been to the St. Louis Zoo, this zoo in Chicago, like just different stuff from traveling. But like that zoo is completely different from anywhere in the country. And it's going to cost you. It costs you $110 a person.
Woo. That's $500 for my family.
Mm-hmm. And the safari's separate.
Oh, well, heaven forbid we do all the same.
Can't even do them in the same day.
All right. Best stadium.
Best stadium's San Francisco, Oracle Park.
Really?
It's not even close.
God, I'm a Dodgers fan. I don't like San Francisco. I don't want to give them credit for that.
The McCovey Cove outside.
That is cool, but I mean, I feel like there's got to be at least another stadium that's got something cool like that.
I mean, PNC Park in Pittsburgh's got this.
I'll take that. Yeah. The bank.
Yeah.
Is that what they call it, the bank?
I think it's like Three Rivers, you know. They got the Three Rivers out there. You can see the Clementi Bridge outside from sitting up top. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I mean, San Francisco's just... Petco Park's second on my list. San Diego.
See, that's a team I hate.
Yeah, you hate them too.
I hate them too, yeah. So what's the worst stadium then?
The worst stadium's definitely Oakland.
Was it because you were just like one of 12 people?
Like, even my wife was like, is this a major league ballpark?
Yeah.
It was that bad. Like, obviously, it's gone now. They're building a stadium in Vegas.
Yeah, they're in Vegas now.
Which, 2028, I'll have to go to Vegas.
Yep.
To keep my track up to date.
You got to keep your token alive.
Yeah, keep my token alive. But, like, it was very bad. The concourse didn't even have concessions in it. Like, it was that bad.
Ooh.
But, yeah, Oakland's pretty bad. Tampa, obviously, not the greatest. Their roof got torn off now, so they're maybe rebuilding that, maybe not. I don't know what the decision is on that now, but the goal was for them to rebuild. Maybe use
like not a tarp next go around.
So when weather comes through through that area, doesn't rip it off.
Not an architect, but I could have told you that wasn't going to work.
Long term, probably not a great idea. But yeah, Oakland's was not good. Chase Field, Arizona, didn't like it. It's very.
See, I feel like that'd be a cool ballpark.
It was just very dark. You're inside. Like Vegas for you was 117.
Yeah.
It was 108 when I was in Phoenix in July. Oh. And then you walk in at 72. I've got goosebumps because I'm freezing.
Yeah.
And it was just different vibe. Cubs were in town. It was a great crowd. A lot of Cubs fans there.
Yep. I've always realized that Cubs travel.
They travel everywhere.
Cubs, Yankees. Now the Dodgers do.
Now the Dodgers.
I couldn't say that 10, 15 years ago. Yeah.
Just because they don't really travel. I think they're just everywhere.
Yes, I agree with that. The Cubs and Braves have a national following because you could only watch the Cubs on WGN when we were kids growing up, and the Braves were on TBS every night when we were growing up. So they vicariously just have a massive fan base because of that. Let's see. What was worst atmosphere? No, we already did that. No, we did worst stadium. Worst atmosphere. Worst atmosphere.
Yeah, worst atmosphere is Tampa. Yeah. It's just
because
gloom.
Well, and also
nobody there.
It's probably even worse now because they're playing at the Yankees spring training facility.
Yeah.
So like all 700 people go wild.
Correct. The day I was there was 8,000 people there.
The crowd went mid.
Yeah, very mid.
Any funny stories about certain stadiums? Anything funny happened to you?
Not really funny. I guess just some cool moments. Like what I call it is a lifetime of memories, one ballpark at a time.
Yeah.
For me and my dad, for the majority of it.
Lifetime memories, 90 feet at a time.
There you go. That's good.
A little tagline.
There you go. Yeah, just very cool. Like the car rides, like that's stuff I always remember. Mm-hmm. Not necessarily like the game. I don't really necessarily remember the game that was being played. It was the car ride to get there.
I think some of that too is the same with baseball.
Yeah,
you know the stories are not on the field when we get back with our old teammates, and this goes for any sport, not just baseball. But
sure.
You don't talk about like, hey, remember the 17th game of our junior season? Like, no, we talked about that. It's like the moments in the clubhouse or in the hotels or on the buses and
the stuff we did in the cities.
Yes,
like just seeing the country with my dad in a car. Mm-hmm. And yeah,
that's awesome. If you had to add or take away anything from a ballpark, what would you?
I would add larger concourses.
Okay.
Because you get a packed stadium, it's like anywhere.
Yeah.
It's brutal. I would also add, I guess for like Great American Ballpark's my home ballpark per se. I wish they had more history in the ballpark. Like they have the Hall of Fame, which is amazing. They have all that. It's attached to the ballpark. But like you're watching a game, it's very just plain. I wish they had more history going on. Showcase those 75, 76 teams more throughout the ballpark than they already do. But they at the same time, I get what they're coming from. They don't want to look in the past. They want to look to the future.
Yeah.
Everything with the Reds is always, 1990 or 75, 76. They get tired of that, and I get it. But they haven't won a playoff series since 1990.
Is it the Reds' year?
No.
They're on a hot streak, man.
They're on a hot streak. They're a half game back of the Mets as of this recording, going into a big series against Milwaukee, who they can't beat.
Milwaukee can't lose to anybody, though.
They're 32 games over 500.
They just
with a starting lineup that I could name 3 guys in it before the season started.
I could name less than that. And Jackson Chirios, I think, is hurt.
He's hurt. Christian Yelich.
That's one of the few people on it. Oh, yeah, Christian Yelich is still there.
That's
they
about
got
it.
Pete Davidson running out there in left field or right field, wherever he's at now.
Sal Frelick hit a homer off Paul Skeens the other night. Guy has like 3 major league homers.
Ryan Braun still there?
No. He was at Dodger Stadium about a month ago.
When you were there?
No.
Oh.
He was just,
what was he doing there? Just
I guess hitting BP. He was in some type of home run derby, celebrity home run derby.
That's cool.
But
steroids?
Still.
Probably. Let's see. Do you like the new school or old school stadiums better?
New school.
Yeah.
There's just the amenities are better, obviously. Mm-hmm. But you can't go wrong with Fenway.
Yeah.
Fenway Park's awesome.
All right. Let's see. Got to pay some more bills. I'm excited to share my partnership with Senior Family Solutions and their Easy Equity Loan Program, a game changer for sellers looking to maximize their home's value. This loan allows sellers to tap into their home's equity with no upfront costs, covering everything from contract coordination to invoices, all paid at closing. Whether you're downsizing, upgrading, or simply preparing your home for top dollar, this program makes renovation seamless and stress-free. If you're ready to take this advantage, give me a call or visit their website, seniorfamilysolutions.com. All right. You are going through school.
I am.
We are how far into school?
I'm 8 weeks in of a 12-week class.
Okay. Has the picture come into play now?
It's come full circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for anyone that is curious why I just asked about a picture, I've explained this to 100 people this way. Is real estate school is unlike any other school I've ever done. Is most of the time when you're in school, one class or one lesson builds on to the next one, builds on to the next one, builds on to the next one, so on and so forth. Real estate is basically like, we'll just say there's it's a 24-piece puzzle. You have 24 classes to take, and you don't know what the finished picture looks like unless you've already gone through the schooling. But you know with certainty each piece is going to go here, and each piece goes here. And then one day, the picture comes to fruition. And you're like, oh, this is what it is. And then just like when you're doing a puzzle at home, all the other pieces just kind of fall into where they need to go. So when I asked Ryan what the picture is, he says yes, that's what I mean by that is the conversations that I've had with him off camera about understanding the real estate. So you've got 4 classes, your 4 weeks of classes left. So was it like eight classes? Mm-hmm. What do you know any specific classes that you have left that you haven't covered yet?
The law classes. We talked about that before.
Yeah. The law, you're doing those last.
Those are last.
I think that's probably best too. It's like you learned how everything is supposed to be done. Now you learn why everything's supposed to be done and the legal ramifications of that. I think that's really important. I think I told you this at a different time. I took my school exam in April of 2020 when COVID shut down the world. So I took my school exam, passed it, and then like a week later, the whole world shut down. And real estate exams were not necessities, so they didn't allow them for 5 months, basically until August. So every single week, I was studying as if next week was the test. I did that for 5 months. So I went into like an Edward Jones, which is where they do testing centers in Lexington, and it's some little cubicle in the back, and you get 4 hours to take the test, and I felt really confident about it and finished it in 45 minutes. I leave, and I tell the lady I'm done. She goes, "No, there's more sections. You're not done yet." I was like, "No, I'm done." That's impossible. Nobody takes it that fast. I'm like, well, no one also had 5 months to study leading up to it, and like this was one of the, if not the most important business decisions of my life was to get licensed. So I took it very serious. So yeah, I finished it. I'm sorry if you think it should have taken longer.
Yeah,
but I'm done.
Yeah. It said I passed. Like,
yeah,
what's the problem?
I said it passed on the screen. Like, I don't know what else to tell you. But you know, we're about to get into advice here in a second. The biggest advice that I'll ever give you is everything you learned in school pretty much will show you what you need to know about real estate, and about 1% of that will be used in being a real estate agent. It is so drastically different than what the school teaches, not in a bad way. It's just different once you're actually in the thick of it. So just kind of keep that remember that, keep that in the back of your mind. So, all right. So Homepage Realty, we've got anywhere between 200 and 225 agents at our brokerage at any given time. I put out a post to them and said, "Hey, I got a guy coming on the podcast. He's going through real estate school right now. What's some advice that you wish somebody would have given you, or advice you would give to a new agent?" So we've got some. We'll ramble off for about 10 minutes on these, and then we will close it out. Education. This is something, and a lot of these I'll just go ahead and say in advance, a lot of these I wish somebody would have told me when I was getting ready to get started. So, which is part of the reason why I wanted to make sure you didn't fall into the same trap that I did of just baptism by fire.
Fair enough.
Education.
It's appreciated.
Yes, education. Education is massive. You have to do continuing education every year. It's like a minimum of 6 hours. It's insignificant. So do more. Find ways. There's a billion different things of content that you can look up. You can do TikToks, YouTube Shorts, podcasts. There's dozens, if not hundreds, of people. No, they're more than that. There's probably thousands of people that are talking about what's happening in the industry behind the scenes. With why are rates dropping? What are the impacts of rates? Why is there more inventory? Why is there less inventory? Well, why is the inventory sitting longer now? Like, what are the world implications on the real estate market? And there's people that talk about this stuff. Understanding that, just so that you have like cocktail type conversations to have with people, you know, because everyone that you know will ask you, "How's the market?" Mm-hmm. You know, and instead of just saying, "Oh, the market's good," or "Oh, the market's bad," like just instead of having like a little 2-sentence blurb, you've got a little more context and a little more substance to your thought. Well, market's doing pretty good, especially if you're a buyer in this price range. Here's why. No. Or market sucks if you're a first-time home buyer because there's either crap on the market or it's a bunch of overpriced homes that we need to sit and wait and hope that, either somebody doesn't overpay and that we can get it at fair market value. So there's a lot of different a lot of different things, but just doing more than just the minimum on requirements for continuing education. Never be afraid to say I don't know. Okay. I still say it. I said it earlier this week. Never be afraid to say I don't know. People don't People don't like if you literally know everything. It's just human nature. Like, have a little bit of human to you and say, you know what? I don't know. Let me look into it. I think I know, but let me look into it. I'll get back with you on that.
Yeah.
Perfectly fine. I said that to probably one of the most successful people I've ever met in my life. And he didn't balk at it at all. Just, okay, cool. Just let me know, man. Do some research and double back with me.
Yeah.
Like, that's all people want is honest. They don't want, I've dealt with someone who will remain nameless, and unfortunately they just made up answers. Like, genuinely just made up answers to my client to the point where it almost killed the deal. Now, we were able to save it, and we were able to switch and make some changes, and it got better. But, like, above all, do not make up answers.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Do not assume. It's not. This would have killed the deal had we not intervened. Let's see. Work as many open houses as possible. There are a ton of brokerages you can go to that will just pump you full of leads. They will give you leads until they will give you more leads than you know what to do with. But they're going to take their pound of flesh on the back end. If that's the route you want to go, more power to you. One of my closest friends in this industry is at a brokerage that does that. I'm not going to yuck anybody's yum. It's not my place to. I like to get more of my split, but I also enjoy the outgoing nature of it, is trying to meet people, trying to network, trying to get those connections, trying to leverage the relationships that I have for additional business. Best way to do that, work open houses. There's no better way to meet a stranger that wants to buy a house than sitting in a house that they may be interested in buying. Some of them are going to have agents. That's perfectly fine. But there's a lot of people that won't. And there's a lot of people that don't even understand that buyer representation is a thing. They just call the listing agent. You will have multiple conversations with with prospects, and say, hey, I know this house wasn't a good fit, but I'd love to earn your business somewhere else. What exactly are you looking for? How can I help? And they're like, I'm just kind of looking. Like, they just intentionally don't want to work with a buyer's agent. They only want to go directly to the listing agent. I think some of them believe they have to.
Okay.
I think some of them believe that they're going to get a better deal. And I think some of them just don't care.
Yeah.
Like, they just, to us, we are a tool to get a house, and that's all. And again, I don't need to become best friends with every client.
No.
We don't have to. But there is a value in selfishly, I believe this, but also I think unbiased. There's a benefit to creating that rapport with one specific person on the buy side. It's just normal. As a new agent, you're going to work primarily with buyers. So how do you lock in those buyers to make sure that they don't go out to an open house next weekend and get sign a contract there? And now you're like, well, sucks. I just showed them 20 houses and now they're under contract with somebody else. Thanks to the NAR settlement, there are ways around that, which if you haven't learned in school yet, you will learn at the brokerage. There are documents that protect you now. But, I've always been in the mindset that I think I should earn the business because I earned the business, not because I got you to sign a contract with me. Like, if I earn the business, I earn the business. Let's see. Do things that make you uncomfortable. I agree wholeheartedly with this because I do this all the time. I'm a big proponent of jumping into the deep end and figuring out how to swim on the way up. Has that bit me in the foot? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I've also really put myself in uncomfortable situations that have helped me grow, not only as a professional, but also as a person. It's okay to be uncomfortable. That's kind of how we grow. So do things that make you uncomfortable. Let's see. Find a CRM you like and use it. CRM is super important in our industry. I am probably the worst person to tell you to use a CRM. I am so bad at CRMs. I think I pay for 2 of them, actually. We have like a little cheapo version of Sierra through the brokerage, but then I actually pay a nice little chunk of change for Follow Up Boss. I very rarely use any of them. I don't think I've been on Follow Up Boss in probably a month.
Well,
some of it's because I've just been really busy, but also some of it is because I don't know. don't do as I say, not as I do in this situation.
We use them at what I do now at the dealership and service. We use CRMs.
Yeah, it's anything that's sales related. It's going to be important to use a CRM, but do as I say, not as I do in this situation. I'm really bad at my CRM. Let's see. Find a mentor. Go to the office. Just listen to other agents. I find that if going to the office is plausible for you, if at first you've got a day job, it's tough. But a lot of the trainings, depending on where you go for brokerage wise, a lot of the trainings will be recorded. A lot of the sales meetings will be recorded. You can watch them later. Going into the office is always nice because you can kind of soak up all of that knowledge. Like just hearing people have conversations about it, you start to hear how they deliver things. You'll hear people talking to their clients. You'll hear people talking to other agents. You'll hear agents talking to other agents that work at the same brokerage together. You'll have all these conversations and you'll just start to pick up on trends and start to pick up on ways things are delivered, because delivery is key. Just like any sales job, delivery matters. We're negotiating from start to finish on most of these deals. So there is an art, not to use a pun, but there is an art to the deal. Sure. Learning things like that is valuable. Let's see. Save for taxes. Don't cash your checks till you have them. That's massive. Yeah. You'll be in a better situation at the start because you've got a full-time job and you've got the consistent income. And that's how I started. Was 2020, wanted a little extra income, sell a couple houses here and there, pay off some student loans a little faster, go on an extra vacation maybe once a year with the family. I had never thought that I would go full-time, and then your house was one of them. Around the summer of 22, the real estate market took off for me. Yeah. And I was kind of getting tired of the 9 to 5 and just needed to look to do something else. Yeah. And took a gamble on myself, and thankfully the rest is history. Here we are, literally 3 years to the month later, still rocking and rolling,
still going full time.
Got a few more irons in the fire now in the real estate industry. So I don't know if I could ever work 9 to 5 again.
Probably not.
That's a tough one.
It would be hard to go back.
It is.
I would never go back to a salaried position because I'm a commissioned employee. Yeah. It would be so hard to go back to a salary job.
Mm-hmm. I like the entrepreneurial spirit of somebody who works commission. Mm-hmm. Knowing that you don't have to mess with somebody's trying to steal a car outside. So. Let's see. Oh, they didn't get it. Car alarm went off. Social media, do it. Social media is vital, whether you want to do it or not. Somebody, I don't know who, I would gladly give credit if I remember them saying it. Somebody said once a long time ago, hey, remember that really bad Facebook post I made? No, you didn't. So just go ahead and post it. Because if it's bad, the algorithm will protect you. Mm-hmm. Like they'll just sink it so far down that nobody will ever see it. So post, tell your story. You're new. So when you're selling your services, like, hey, I am new, but guess what? You're one of 3 clients that I have. Mm-hmm. You're getting 33% of all my attention. That matters. Like I have anywhere between 5 and 10 deals at one time that are happening, whether it's listings or potential closings or listings that are getting ready to go live, under contracts. Like I don't have 33% of my time to devote to one specific client. I just don't. Yeah. But if you and I are going into a listing appointment, yes, people want to work with successful people, but they also want to work with somebody who's going to make them feel like they're important. Correct. You've got a better story to tell than I do, and how you can make them feel more important to me. So use that leverage. Mm-hmm. People don't care at the end of the day. You've got access to every single tool that I have access to. It's just a matter of how you use them. Mm-hmm. You've got a brokerage that's going to support you. You've got this that's going to support you. You've got contacts all over the place. So, my biggest skill, just saying things like my biggest skill is knowing what I don't know and making sure that the people that do know those answers are surrounded by me. Things like that. Let's see. Assume no one related to you is going to work with you. That's a really good one. Yeah. Thankfully, I have a great supportive family. I have a lot of friends that support me as well, but it just makes the holidays a lot less awkward. If mom and dad are like, that's great, but Susie helped us buy this house 20 years ago, And, you know, she's been doing it for 30 years. Like, you know, she's a top producer every year. Like, we're going to use her. You know, it's no disrespect to you, but we're going to use her again because we do feel we're loyal to her. So I get it. I understand why people feel that way. But, you know, Mom, Dad, use me, please.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Let's see. What else do we have? Consistency. Consistency is key. That's just good advice for anything.
For anything.
You're not going to be successful at anything unless you're consistent at it. Do something real estate, even with a full-time job. Do something real estate specific every single day for the foreseeable future. You just have to. Even if it's just looking at the MLS at houses and saying, you know what, that house would look really good for so-and-so that's kind of toying with the idea of selling. You just send it to them. Hey, I know you might not be ready today, but I saw this house and I thought of you. Just, you know, want to know your thoughts.
Yeah.
Sometimes conversations like that are like, yeah, we really like it, but we're not really looking right now. Perfectly fine. I never thought you'd be buying right now anyway. Just I saw this and I thought of you, so I figured I'd share it. How's everything going? You know, just and then jump into a normal
something else.
Rapport, just a rapport building conversation. Build relationships. This is a sprint, not a marathon. Best advice ever is that. And I think some agents, that's why they don't do new construction.
Okay.
Is they want the instant gratification when you do new construction, which I love, by the way. So if you're in the market for new construction, please call me. You don't get paid for 6 to 14 months, depending on who the builder is. And that's tough from a budget standpoint to sit there with, you know, X amount of dollars just sitting there wondering if it's ever going to come in. This industry is so ebbs and flows. The money management is tough.
Mm-hmm.
You could make 10 transactions worth of commissions in 1 month and then not sell anything for 3 more after that. You know, that too is part of the reason why I like new construction is I've had those months where I've had 12 closings in 1 month and then I didn't close another house for 75 days.
Yeah.
Yes, I had enough money to carry me the distance, but what if I had already earmarked that money for something else and now with the assumption I was going to make more money then? Well, the new construction kind of pads that buffer. You know, I've got 2 houses closing at the end of this year / the beginning of next year, right in that window where my personal business model, I don't plan to sell a house between Thanksgiving and Valentine's Day. If I do, great.
Mm-hmm.
But if I don't, I'm not going to lose sleep at night because I plan to make 98% of my money between Valentine's Day and Thanksgiving. So little things like that, that's why another reason not to let too much out of the bag, but that's why I like new construction is a lot of times those homes will fall into December.
Yeah.
Because they're going to try and squeeze it out by the end of the year, or
they're trying to close their books, or
we want to get off to a hot start, so we're going to make sure Q1 is loaded, and you know now we're still talking first of the year again. I haven't really got myself rolling yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had myself in those exact situations where just 2 years ago I went 75 days. It was the best year in real estate I ever had. Sold $10 million in real estate in 2023. And from the end of May, I did not sell a house for 75 days.
Wow.
In summer. Like that is the busiest time of the year for me. Makes no sense. It's just
how it fell.
Just how it worked. I didn't even get contracts. It's not like, I'm out there just showing houses left and right, either losing offers or not finding the right house for the people. Like it can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
So just being able to kind of money manage is really important. So any last thoughts before we get out of here, man? We got to roll. We've kind of hit that bell.
We've hit the bell. I'm good. I've enjoyed real estate school. I'm excited to get going.
It's fun. It's fun. Hopefully we'll get you over to homepage maybe, at least to do an interview, see if it's the right fit for you. Nonetheless, I wish you the best of luck regardless. You don't have to join homepage. I'll still be rooting for you.
I appreciate that.
There's enough houses for all of us to sell.
Usually.
Yeah, we'll all be okay. So with that said, the new studio, very excited. There's no personalized items, so maybe I'll figure out a way to like bring something a little personal and set it right here for me, just to remember where we've been. This is technically our 4th studio.
Okay, wow.
So we've come a long way, and really excited about what Louisville Podcast Studio is going to be able to do for us, and the doors, no pun intended, the doors that they're going to be able to open for us with content and future guests. yeah, this all happened very quickly. You and I were supposed to be at the other studio. But yeah, other than that,
we're here.
Thanks for the time, Ryan. It's been awesome. Let me know when you're officially, I guess technically you no longer visited every stadium once the Oakland Stadium opens, unless you go to opening day.
Vegas.
In Vegas, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the new Vegas Stadium.
That's the plan.
You're going to go to opening day? Okay, so that way there's no lapse.
Yeah, me and a buddy.
There's no stolen valor of the key of the what was it? Would you say it was a token?
It's a little coin.
It's a little coin, yeah. So coin. we got to keep that alive. So other than that, like, subscribe, follow, unsubscribe, resubscribe, share it, do all that stuff. But thanks for tuning in if you're still here. Mom, it's probably just you by now. So love you.